This show was first broadcast on Free FM 89.0 Hamilton, New Zealand's community access radio station. For more information on our station and the wide range of programs, visit freefm.org.nz.
This show is proudly brought to you by the #Me Network.
And now, #RadioNZ.
/./////////com.
Kia ora koutou, haere mai ki #RadioNZ, ko Kore Saho.
I'm V8 Matty.
Ko Fid McAwesome ho. And on this week's Uncultured Roundup of social media, web, tech and gaming, we've got a heap of stuff to talk about. We've got some new phones. There is a heap of new smartwatch news as well.
Oh, smartwatch news.
And
Teresa's favourite.
Yeah, not.
And this
horrible.
week, of course, was the big launch of Windows 10.
Indeed. Lovely intro there.
Thank
The
you.
te reo is beautiful.
Yes.
So what
I've
did
been
we?
practicing
So why did we do that?
because it's Māori Language Week. Is
Just
what you
coming to
wanted-
an end, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Today I think's the last day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know actually.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Saturday.
We'll just keep rocking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah. So we've got heaps of stuff to come up, including we've also got some free games as well.
Free games.
It's that time of the month where we get to tell you how to get some awesome games for nothing. Zip. Nada.
Zero.
But we start off the show every week with
When I'm here.
And now the news with Carice McAwesome.
Okay, heading off to the news this week. It's a little bit of gaming.
Oh, hi.
Oh no. So you're going to have to help me out with this, Maddie.
Okay.
All right, the force is strong with EA as the new Star Wars game, Battlefront, due to launch November. You've mentioned this before.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it has gained extremely strong pre-orders. Expectations are high after the E3 preview, with reviewers saying it was like playing the movie. Have you actually heard that?
It looks awesome, though. It
I
really
didn't
does.
Does it really? I haven't actually managed to see it. See a
Yeah.
trailer for it.
The visuals and stuff, like they say, like playing the movie, they went and filmed on the locations where the movies were done and stuff. So they've recreated it beautifully. No
right.
pressure, EA. No pressure whatsoever.
Could you imagine having that pressure? Like, okay, we've got a new job for you. We've got an entire franchise for you to produce, and you're the producer
Yeah.
going, okay, sweet, I'm finally going to get the chance to do this.
Yeah.
What do you got? Star Wars. Oh, crap.
Yeah, it'd be like that with anybody, but I think it's a lot. There's even more expectation with EA because EA are notorious for kind of screwing these games up. In 2012, they were actually voted the worst
Yeah, they were.
games
the worst
producer.
company.
Yeah, well.
And then, like, this is their comeback.
Yeah.
This is them getting out of the dark.
I mean,
Comeback time.
they've even lost their crown as being the best sports games because 2K have really taken that now.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I still have EA access. I still play their games.
Yeah.
Are they any good? Or is all the efforts being directed into this?
Battlefield's still really big.
Battlefield's good.
Yeah.
Need for Speed's in there.
Yeah. They've still got some big titles.
Yeah.
And they're redeveloping Need for Speed from scratch, so
And I love the golf games, so I'm looking forward to Rory McIlroy when that comes out.
yeah. NBA Live.
Do you like playing the golf games?
Mm.
Do you?
I do.
Oh, I knew you were a cricket fan.
Cricket's just really hard to get right in a game,
Yeah.
but golf is a lot more achievable to have a fun experience playing golf.
Have you? Do you play actual golf?
No,
Like real life people golf?
no.
Chris does. You should go out and
I haven't really done the video games. I'm like the opposite of you.
Yeah, you're like a chick.
Yeah.
And
You're
I'm
like a guy.
Wow. Let's play opposite days.
Yeah.
Mind
I'm
blowing.
short. You're tall. Okay. Next up, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Due out for Xbox in November. And PS4 has to wait till 2016.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because Xbox got the exclusive on the initial launch.
Yeah, backroom handshakes and reach arounds.
And this was a case of the big swapsies that they did this year, where Tomb Raider was always a PlayStation game, but they've gone to Xbox, and then PlayStation got Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Well, this week it was announced that their exploration spaces are going to be 3 times larger than the last game was.
Cool.
And that it will have a truly seamless experience, meaning there are no loading screens whatsoever throughout the game.
And that's what we should be getting on this generation.
Yeah, it is getting more common with these games too, eh?
Yeah.
That you're not having to stop and have it save. It just does it as you're progressing along.
Moving on, Oculus is trying to lure filmmakers.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
After rolling out a movie called Henry that takes advantage of its virtual reality technology. Henry the film was made by Story Studios. They're the ones that employ game engineers and former Pixar animators.
Henry the film.
There are actually 5 short animated films due to be created over the next year by Story Studios.
Cool.
They'll probably be utilising it into the Oculus.
Well, I can't wait for more stuff in the VR realm.
Which is really showing the diversity that Oculus are trying to go for.
Yeah, you can already
outside of the gaming.
There's already the 360 trailers and stuff on YouTube. Where if you're wearing an Oculus, you can look around in the trailer.
Can you get Oculus?
You can buy the dev kits. When's the consumer ones out next year? Eh?
It's not too far away, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I know it's not that far.
I think, and I
We
wouldn't
need
mind.
to shake some trees and see if we can get some to fall out for us.
I wouldn't mind picking the PlayStation's one. Will be out early next year too.
That's Project Morpheus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking Morpheus will finally get consumer announcement in Tokyo.
Yeah, so they're setting times. Somebody who's not setting times is Microsoft with their HoloLens. They still haven't released it. It's unusual because it was kind of expected that once Microsoft 10 rolled out,
That would start getting announcements.
that would get the announcement of when HoloLens would be available.
Probably treading lightly while Windows 10 rolls out, I'd say.
Make sure that goes through
Baby
smoothly.
steps. Baby steps.
But Microsoft are actually offering academic research grants, where tertiary institutions will be awarded 2 Microsoft HoloLens devices, dev kits, and $100,000 US towards funding your research proposal, whatever it was that you put forward for it.
Oh.
This is global, and so it's actually available to New Zealanders.
What do I need to do?
You just need to go to the Microsoft site, click on HoloLens, and you'll see the academic research grant.
Cool.
You probably have to know how to do that sort of techie, researchy stuff.
Just
Well, you-
pretend, bro. We'll be right.
Oh, sweet.
We just
They'll
have-
give
just-
us money and we can learn.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, one of the
You got it.
one of the requirements for the tertiary institutions is they have to have a degree. It doesn't specify what kind of degree.
I got a diploma.
No, not you, the tertiary institution.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's a tertiary academic
Okay.
grant.
Oh, so they have to be...
A university or polytech or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
And so, yeah, but it's 100,000 and 2 Microsoft HoloLens.
Yes, please.
The University of Life.
Mozilla.
Mozilla.
Yeah, talking about Microsoft Windows 10. They're accusing Microsoft of discouraging users from changing default apps in the new Windows 10.
Now, this is something that I actually noticed I don't know if you're about to say this, but I noticed when I upgraded to Windows 10, usually when you go to google.com on Explorer or Mozilla or whatever, you get the prompt that says,
Do you want to set this as your default browser?
no. Why don't you download Google Chrome and give that a go? On 10, on Edge, I didn't get that notification. It's like it's tricked google.com into thinking it must be Chrome, so it hasn't prompted me to download Chrome.
You know, what Mozilla are saying is that they've accused them of adding more clicks and having to wade through more content in order just to change the setting. So you know how in your settings you change that default browser?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, apparently you've got to go through more clicks and more content. And they're saying that that's actually discouraging.
You do a little bit. I did that today, actually.
So
I
you can't
changed
just...
my default browser. And it was a matter of launching the browser I wanted to use, going into its settings, clicking to apply this one as my default browser. Then that opened up the Windows 10 settings, where it then offers you the available ones that you can choose to select for your default one, and select it in there, and then it went back to the browser again from there.
Well, that is a long process. 'Cause
Yeah.
So-
on 8 and that, it was just you opened up Chrome and it goes, do you want to set this as your default?
And
Yep.
you just click yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this takes you from that process back into your Windows
Wow.
settings and then back to the browser again.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. So
hardly anything to cry about, though.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Windows 10 has replied back. Normally they don't, but they've replied back saying that their new Edge browser is a more powerful incentive as to why not to change
Yeah.
to a third party like Firefox.
All right, so I did Windows 10, did the install yesterday. I've been using it for the last, 24 hours or so. First thing I did when I installed it is I did the same thing I do every time I get a new computer or a new OS.
Download Chrome.
I downloaded Chrome.
Yeah.
I haven't used it. I've actually happily been using Edge. It's a really good browser.
I actually liked your apps, like how your apps came up, your Facebook pages, apps,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. You sign in via the apps and stuff, and you get those little security notifications saying that you've a new mobile device
Yeah.
has logged in, but it's not. It's my bloody PC.
Yeah.
Not carrying that around.
And finally, Facebook have announced Aquila.
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 Aquila?
Aquila?
Oh, the wine.
Aquila.
Yeah.
It's actually spelled like the
Bubbles.
Yeah.
wine. That cheap crap.
That's all good.
That's really good cheap pepper.
Yeah.
See, this
Cheap
is
drunk.
not this is not cheap.
Hmm?
And no alcohol will be allowed anywhere near it. It's
Okay.
a drone
Oh, it's a drone.
that will extend the web access to those who don't have it.
Give the missus enough Aquila and you'll get a drone as well.
So
This is part of internet.org. You know, and Facebook's internet.org,
Yeah.
which is the whole kaupapa of that is to give the world the internet. So
Kia ora.
yeah. So the drone Aquila is a high altitude solar powered plane, and it was built in 14 months.
wow.
Its first test
So
flight
it's an
is due to
airborne
occur-
Wi-Fi router.
Yeah, pretty much. Its first flight is due to occur within the next few months.
Is that the one they're talking about that will shoot down people's internet?
No.
There was something online I saw about some flying thing
Yeah.
and that they were going to be shooting down people's
Yeah, but it's okay
internets.
because you can protect yourself by wearing your tinfoil hat and you're
Yeah.
fine.
Are you serious? Is there something really on the net about that?
Yeah.
I'm going to Google it.
That's crazy.
Is that the news?
And it's my news.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, so Windows 10, all out, rolled out.
Yeah.
Almost seamless.
Almost. Some people still waiting, of course, because
Yeah.
it's going out in waves. But in the first 2 days, over 14 million downloads.
That's huge, eh?
That's pretty impressive.
I did read something before the rollout that they were anticipating that Microsoft was going to break records for the most amount of bandwidth used for one in a certain period of time of the
I
internet.
wonder if that counts the times where people have tried and it's failed, and they've gone to do it again and it's failed, done it again, and it's taken them 5 times to get it to actually
Mine
work.
failed 10 times before
Oh wow!
Yeah, but I ended up
Downloading an ISO.
an ISO onto a USB and doing it that way, and it was flawless there.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I did my initial one
Yeah,
onto the laptop. I downloaded the ISO and made a bootable USB drive.
yeah.
And installed from that, and that was perfect. The PC,
Okay.
though, that was going from Windows 7
Yeah.
to Windows 10. On the PC, going from Windows 8.1 to Windows 10, I just did the update. I
Yeah.
didn't download ISOs and stuff, and it worked seamlessly on that.
Were you surprised
First
at how
time.
quick the update was?
Oh, yeah.
Like the whole thing was done in under an hour.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want it to take more than an hour.
Yeah,
these
well, I've
days.
had Windows 8, when I did the upgrade to Windows 8, how many years ago was that? 3 or 4 years ago? That was a long process.
It wasn't really much longer than actually going from 8 to 8.1,
Yeah,
which was just an update of the same OS.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm actually happy with it. Like I said, I think Edge is a really nice browser. I like the apps. I like this.
It's nice and clean, eh?
Yeah.
Edge. There's no rubbish popping up here and there and everywhere.
Now, one of the other things that I've found on my computer is I had issues with streaming some video. YouTube, I'd get this really weird audio lag.
Oh, okay.
things like that.
So there was a delay from
Yeah.
the video and audio.
Yeah, it's just things like that, like little small things that used to bug me on Windows 8. And since I've upgraded to 10, all of that's fine. It streams 4K really nicely on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm still getting terrible flicker though. Windows
Yeah?
on the PC. It's not doing it on the laptop. So it must be something to do with my hardware or a setting or something.
Now, just quickly, some trending news. In the last 24 hours, there's been an absolutely amazing video on YouTube go massively viral.
There has
Yes.
indeed.
That was cool.
And it
if
was-
that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, so this was the one from Italy. Matthew, I hand it over to you.
That's right. If you want the Foo Fighters to come play, all you need to do is get 1,000 musicians together
That's so crazy.
and film them playing live a Foo Fighters track. And then chuck it online. And the Foo Fighters will listen.
And this video was not as simple as just sitting out in a paddock playing the song. Like, there was a lot of work that went into that.
Yeah, there was so many drum kits.
yeah.
You know,
That was
just
insane.
think of all those drum kits, all the setting up involved. They had full bands basically,
Yeah.
and 1,000 musicians, guitars, drums, the whole lot, people singing, microphones, everything was set up. And where was that?
It was in Italy.
In Italy, city of Cesena.
Cesena, yeah.
And Dave Grohl posted a short video saying that it was really cool
Yeah.
and that they will be there soon.
And Dave Grohl, being the absolute legend that he is, not only did he reply in under 24 hours,
He did it in Italian.
he did it in Italian. Because
Does
Dave
he know
Grohl...
Italian?
I don't know. Of course he does. He
There
knows
was-
every language on the face of the planet.
There was
Dave
a
Grohl is a
subtitled
god.
version on there as well, so he actually said that he doesn't speak much Italian, but he was...
Oh, yeah.
Then he continued in Italian.
And then he continued a little bit painful, but he got through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. If you haven't seen that video, I recommend checking it out. What's it called? Rock 1000 or something? Or Rocker 1000?
Oh, I don't know. If you just type "learn to fly 1,000 people" or something like that,
Yeah.
you'll get it.
Yeah, definitely. So that takes us to our first track.
Yeah. This is the Foo Fighters with "Learn to Fly." You're on hashtag.
Did you know the demand for blood never goes away and that there is no substitute for blood? New Zealand Blood Service needs blood every day to help Kiwis and is looking for new donors now. So, if you've never donated before or it's been a while since you've donated, they would love to see you. Book your appointment by calling 0800 44 8325 or go to nzblood.co.nz to check if you're eligible.
Hashtag Radio NZ.
You're
Hey, bro.
back with hashtag radio. Walford presses buttons.
Hashtag Radio NZ.
See, I told you. Hashtag radio.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Professional live radio.
Oh, and he hasn't even turned on his microphone.
Oh, it's one of those days.
Oh, that's a massive fid fail. We haven't had one like that for a while.
No, not that. But I do them epic when I do them.
Don't do things by halves.
New Zealand Radio Award winner. Microsoft Windows 10.
Yes.
Just recapping that, with anything new coming out like this, there's always the bad guys who are going to try and take advantage.
Yeah.
So there are already scammers out there impersonating Microsoft who have begun sending out emails informing individuals that they are now eligible to upgrade to Windows 10. Now, these emails appear to come from an official Microsoft address, such as update@microsoft.com, which adds to the genuine look of them. However, Microsoft aren't going to send you an email with Windows 10 as the attachment. All right, so you may get emails from Microsoft telling you that it's available now and here's a link, that sort of thing. But these naughty ones are sending it and it's an attachment they want you to open. So, there are other signs as well. In the body of the email, you might notice things that don't look quite right if it was meant to actually be from Microsoft. Don't rush into opening anything. Have a read through. Make sure it's proper English. Spelling mistakes, things that don't display properly in that email. Microsoft aren't going to send you an email with things that don't show up properly.
Yeah, bad HTML.
Yeah. So just be cautious with those. What the main one is at the moment is if you were to go ahead and download the zip file, extract it, and then run the executable file, you'll immediately find your computer is locked up and held for ransom. And you have to pay these people for them to unlock your computer for you to carry on.
Holy crap. At the end of the day, though, the way the Windows thing's going to roll out, if you have pre-ordered it or booked your upgrade, it's actually going to be a pop-up on your computer. It's not going to be an email you're going to get sent. So
Yeah. Although you might get an email just saying that it's available,
yeah.
but they're not going to send it as an attachment in an email.
Yeah.
So do not open those ones. Delete those mofos.
Yeah.
So there's your handy security tip about ransomware.
I've got a bit of cybersecurity.
Okay.
Windows 10. So Windows... Oh, sorry, it's not Windows. It's, well, yes, it is. Microsoft's privacy statement on your Windows 10. So this is for all the people that don't like being followed or think that they're not being followed already.
Yeah, having your data tracked and locations.
Yeah.
The ones that are jumping up and down about the new Google Maps app.
Yeah. The Microsoft Windows one, though, their privacy statement dives into your fact that they will access, disclose, and preserve all of your personal data, including your content, such as the content of your emails.
Yep, everything you type.
Yeah.
They will disclose it.
Yeah, other private communications or files in private folders. It's to prevent them, so when people do...
So no one can sue them.
Yeah.
They can say, well, you agreed to us doing that.
Yeah.
So basically this is a situation of we're not going to do that, but if it happens and we're forced to do it, we told you we could do it.
They're not going to have teams of thousands of people sitting there reading through our emails.
Yeah. Or your web history.
Or your web history. No.
Yeah.
No, there are programs for that.
They're programs.
So,
Key score.
yeah, there's actually 13 screens that you need to go through in order to opt out. You can opt out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so by default, you're agreeing to everything being available to them, but you can go into those settings, as Chris is just saying, and change the settings to say, no, you can't, no, you can't, no, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is quite a tedious process. So I started doing it today.
Did you? You give up?
I did the few important ones that I felt were the ones that I really, don't want them to know because I'm a dodgy person.
So you're like, I don't want them to know my browser history.
Well, browser history is probably one of the easiest ones for people to find.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to content of emails and stuff, I don't see that they need to have that.
No.
No.
And if there's an app that requires that and I want to authorise that when I'm using it, then fine, but not in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, bit of a nightmare.
Did you hear about the one thing that is missing from Windows 10? And it's the first iteration of Windows to not have this particular thing. There is no startup music. There is no chime. There is no noise. Every single version of Windows has had its own startup sound. Windows 10 has nothing.
It's just silent.
It's completely silent.
Yeah. Apparently one of the big vulnerabilities is Cortana.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have that, so it's not an issue.
Yeah.
Did we not get
No,
Cortana
we didn't
with
get
Windows
Cortana.
10? Really?
No, because Cortana doesn't speak te reo. So no point having it in New Zealand.
Australia got it.
Yeah, they had a beta in November last year, and I think they may still be in beta.
Hey,
Yeah.
Cortana.
If you,
Hey, Cortana. Got a smoke?
I'd say it'll work like Windows Mobile, though, that if you do the settings the right way, you'll get it to work.
Yeah, there's always a workaround.
Yeah. So is it everything for Windows 10?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure over the next few weeks we'll have more news coming up about Windows 10 as people start finding bugs and...
Yeah, well, I've got my
fixes
flicky
and-
screen, which I really want to find out what's wrong. I've tried updating drivers and all sorts of everything.
Do you have a flicky screen?
Yeah.
Because we got that in our beta test. That's what actually one of the...
Anytime I move the mouse, all the windows flicker and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a pain, man.
Yeah, we've got that in the finished version, though.
No, it's got something to do with one of your drivers.
Yeah, and I've been through everything. My
Apparently it's a
goodness.
really easy fix.
I updated my network drivers and my Steam updates just suddenly went way faster.
Steam is super fast on this thing now.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
your Lenovo.
On my
Y-
Lenovo Y50,
50?
which, if you're in Australia, there's a massive special on those at the moment on Lenovo.com.
Woo!
Got that out. Live radio, you can't edit that out. So yeah, okay. Jump onto some cell phones and stuff, eh?
Cell phones and stuff.
Cell phones and stuff. We've had two big releases this week. The first one of which being the OnePlus 2.
The OnePlus 2.
Yep.
And it's not the 3 phone.
No, it doesn't equal 3. It just equals the OnePlus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the OnePlus is what they're sort of saying is one of the most pure versions of Android that you can get.
Like the driven snow.
But it's a powerhouse and it's well priced, and they're only doing pre-orders at the moment. It
Okay.
isn't actually out, but it's announced and with all the official specs and stuff. Nice looking machine.
Yeah, it's alright.
Looks a bit bulky though.
A little bit chunky,
Yeah.
but some people like that.
So what are we looking at here? We're looking
Like a little bit of chunk.
Bit of BBW in the phone world.
Yeah.
So it's what is it? 175 grams. Quite hefty to hold.
I don't know, depends on what type of drug that is, but that could be a lot of money.
Yeah.
5.5 inch screen, standard issue, 16 million colours, LCD, blah blah blah.
Yep. So it has a screen with colour pictures.
Yeah, no, it's only a 1080 screen. This is another company doing the same thing as what Huawei did, and they're not bothering with 4K because you can't bloody tell.
It's not needed on that tiny little screen.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. So another one who's decided we don't need 4K. Gorilla Glass 4, all of the things you're actually expecting to get. Android Lollipop 5.1, but they're using the Oxygen UI over top, so it's not actually stock Android.
So it's not stock Android.
It's not stock Android.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks like a nice machine. But this comes down to the same sort of thing as what we've been talking about lately, is cell phones are getting boring.
Oh, they really are. Yeah. There's nothing new. I mean, what they need to do now is work on the ruggedness, and like the Sony ones, they've been around for a while now with fairly waterproof
Yeah.
You know, why aren't more phones coming out waterproof now?
Actually, why aren't they?
They're a
really
mobile
handy.
phone. You're out and about. You've got it in your pocket. If it starts to pour with rain,
Yeah.
I hate that. You tuck it in your armpit or something and keep your arm down so you don't get a wet phone in your pocket. I don't know.
I left my phone outside and it started pouring down with rain.
Oh dear.
But it's a Samsung.
So waterproof. The
Waterproof.
S5, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was fine. Just grabbed it when I did remember it the next day. And wiped it down with a towel.
Yeah.
Oh, they got into a bag of rice.
Don't have to do that trick anymore.
So the next one that was released this week was the Moto X, which we speculated a bit about last week.
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Yeah.
No,
watch announced.
that was about all there was, wasn't it?
There was this, and they sort of announced a couple of smaller phones, like the they're coming out with a rugged version of the S. Oh no, not them. They're coming out with a smaller one as well.
Why does the Moto X look like the Samsung?
Because all phones look the same now. I actually don't think it looks like a Samsung. I think the Moto X actually looks like an LG. It's got the back button in the middle.
No, to me it looks like a Samsung.
Are you looking at the back or the front?
The front.
Oh yeah, I could say that.
Looks like a Samsung.
Yeah.
They're just copying each other's designs.
But the thing is, what else are you going to do? It's a
rectangle-ish type shape.
Yeah, it's a rectangle screen with a battery inside it, and it makes phone calls. But
why do they always go with the white and black?
Well,
The world is not black and white.
No, the thing with the Moto X is the Moto X is a machine that is completely customizable before you buy it. So it's available in silicon, bamboo, walnut, cherry, or leather.
That's the back
Those
of
are
it.
those are covers that go on.
No,
the
they're
back.
not.
Yeah.
They're not the cover.
Only comes in black.
The front only comes in black.
Those
Or
on the
white.
back, if you have a look at the back, those ones you're looking at, they're actually covers that you get for them.
It's the snap-on back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not a cover; it's the back.
Yeah, but why is it the...
it's replaceable.
Why is it... But that's the back.
Yeah,
Why not the front? Why is the front always white or black?
you can get it
It's a
white.
screen.
Yeah. Pretty soon we're not going
Why
to
not
have a
mix it
colour
up
on
a
there
bit?
anyway.
Put in some grey.
See, the front of my phone is black, which is good because when the screen's off, the whole front looks black.
Yeah.
You don't
It
have
does look nice.
those bars looking on it. So I like the black look.
I always thought white phones look
It's
funny.
slimming.
I always thought white phones look funny, but now I own one and I don't want to complain about it.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it? What has it got? It's a 5.7-inch screen, which is a behemoth, really, isn't it?
5.7.
Yeah.
5.7. It's pretty standard now, around that size.
From a
That's
girl's
what the
point of view,
Sony
yeah,
is, isn't
okay.
it? Something like that.
On-screen
I forget.
keys, so we're not getting the little
No physical buttons.
no physical buttons or anything. 520 ppi HDMI HD screen.
What
Numbers.
the hell does that mean?
Just numbers. Seriously, it is just numbers now, and that's the point we're getting
Yeah.
to now. But you brought up a good point about this phone, Matt, and how thick it actually is compared to other phones.
How thick is it?
How thick is it?
I'm so sorry.
It's all about the girth.
This is true.
So if we're going to compare it to the Samsung S6, the Samsung S6 is 71 millimeters thick,
Yeah.
and this is 76 millimeters.
No, 7.1 or 6.6. 71 millimeters would
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, you're right.
move your decimal point and you bang on.
Well, okay, what I'm looking at doesn't have a decimal point.
Oh, what are you looking at?
There you go, that. But
The one that
7.6. So, like you said, you were saying earlier, almost a centimetre. Quite thick for a phone.
He's looking. He's not sure. He's doing the maths. I can see it calculating.
If you think about it, 10 millimeters is 1 centimetre.
Actually,
Yeah.
I was reading the wrong thing then, wasn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, 11.1 millimetres, so it's over a centimetre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to 6.8.
It's 0.1 over a centimetre.
That's nearly
I'm going to
twice.
hand over to you to talk about this, because this is the bit that you were talking about, and I'm just going to quietly sit here and correct my own errors.
Yeah, don't touch any buttons.
Right. So let's just leave that to smoulder quietly under Fid's microphone.
Yeah.
Sony are making an announcement on August 3rd, which is,
Ooh.
2 days away? No concrete ideas of what it is yet, but it's being promoted via their Xperia Twitter handle.
Oh, yes.
So it's
So we still
a
don't know what
phone
it
of
is?
some sort, but we don't know. It could be the new C5 Ultra, it could be the Xperia Z5, it could be the Xperia M5. We don't know which one it is.
I want them to come out
or a
with
combination of all of them.
Do you think this is Sony, like, how long is Sony going to keep playing the mobile game? Because,
I don't know, as long as it makes the money.
well, the thing is, it hasn't been making the money.
I don't care if it makes the money. They're making great phones. I love them.
That's why I was sort of surprised when they announced this year the shift in their business to sort of where they were losing money and stuff.
Yeah.
They decided to, no, we're committing to mobile.
I don't know why people aren't more keen on the Sony
Oh,
phones.
they're brilliant phones. Are some of the best
They're
ones
fantastic.
we've reviewed in the last 12 months.
Yeah. And if it's the new Z5, I'll be starting to sniff around how am I going to afford one.
Yeah.
Because my Z2 is going to start looking a little bit old next to the Z5.
Yeah, I mean, it looks brilliant now, but in 2 days' time, it may look old.
It may look old.
Yeah.
So stand by for more on this. Next weekend, we'll have a bit more of an update on that.
Definitely.
China-based electronics maker Huawei
Huawei.
are now number 3 in the phone game globally.
Wow, that's a jump.
So is that sales, is it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume the order is Apple, Samsung, them?
Yeah, Apple and Samsung, and then Huawei. They had revenue of $46.5 billion last year,
Yeah.
which has knocked Microsoft's Nokia division well down
Yeah.
from the third place that they were currently sitting in.
They were at third place, were
at
they?
third.
They were indeed.
How'd they
I actually
drop so
find that to be
terribly?
a more surprising part of the story is the fact that Lumia was actually sitting there, or Nokia was sitting there.
Nokia. I don't think it was Lumia.
Well, Lumia's their brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what caused the downfall.
So Apple have around 10% market share. Huawei are now at 7%. And Samsung in the lead with 20.5.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, it's a huge jump up for Huawei. They do make some great phones. The P8, obviously, you
That's what I've got myself.
have yourself at the moment. And how's that been?
I love it, definitely love it. There's a review on #me.co.nz. In fact, there's also 2 reviews on there of the talk band that goes with this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Chris has done one.
A his and a
I've done
hers
one.
version.
Yeah, almost.
Mm.
Yeah, so I focused on the usability of the talking side of
Yeah.
it and the
The
exercise.
technical,
Yeah.
important stuff.
Yeah, and
I
Chris-
focused on the sleep.
And Carice put it on and went no nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've still got watches and stuff to talk about, and we've got gaming coming up.
We sure do.
But it's time for our second break, and this one here is some Ed Sheeran, mate.
Bit of Ed Sheeran. This was a request by V8 Gen Gen.
You're on hashtag.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 23. And I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just the touch of a hand. Well, me, I fall in love with you every single day. And I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud. Maybe forever gone and my memory fades. And the crowds don't remember my name. When my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul could never grow old, it's evergreen. And baby, your smile's forever in my mind and memory. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. And maybe it's all part of a plan. Well, I'll just keep on making the same mistakes, hoping that you'll understand. But baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. So baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Oh, darling, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. Or maybe we found love right where we are. And we found love right where we are.
The BMW X range is a family like no other. From the new, more powerful BMW X3 35D and the legendary 5 or 7-seater BMW X5 to the athletic lines of the BMW X4 and X6, the BMW X range with X-Drive, the intelligent all-wheel drive system, has you fully equipped for every adventure. With guaranteed future value across the range, now's the time to visit Coombs Johnson BMW to experience the BMW X range for yourself. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, it's me, Mario. Woohoo! And you listen to Hashtag Radio #1. Woohoo!
Hashtag Radio NZ.
You're back with Hashtag Radio, and Mario must mean that it's time for some more gaming stuff.
Ooh.
What you got?
Over to me.
Yep.
Yeah, all eyes on you. All eyes on you.
There are now more than 100,000 achievements on Xbox Live since the launch of the 360 back in November 2005.
Wow.
Whoa.
Achievement unlocked, 100,000 achievements.
That is a heap.
Is maxing out a credit card one?
I don't think that's actually in a game as an achievement.
Just a personal
It's
one.
a personal one, yeah, definitely. So that's 100,000 achievements across over 3,100 game titles with a possible gamer score of 2.3 million, which makes mine look absolutely dismal.
Does anybody have, what is the highest score? Does anyone know?
The highest, well, I'm not sure what the highest is. The first user to hit 1 million gamer score was a guy with a gamer tag that goes Stallion83. So well done, Stallion83, the first one to hit 1 million points on their gamer score. And he's the only one to have earned more than 50% of Xbox Live's achievements.
Wow.
And if you
Does he
think
do anything?
if you think that's over 3,100 games, that's a lot of games to have played through to try and earn those achievements.
He got into this Guinness World Records for that.
Well, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, Well done, Stallion. 83 in the Guinness Book of Records.
That's insane.
For being the most unemployed person.
Yeah, for having no day job.
For having the angriest missus.
Now, earlier this week, something did leak, which has since been confirmed by Sony. That they're bringing in a new way of sorting out what games we are going to be getting for free on the PlayStation Plus instant games collection that they do every month. So up until now, the way it's been done has just been Sony say, here's a few games, usually there's one good one, a few independent ones, and we download them and we're happy.
Yeah, as happy as a gamer gets.
Oh, well, yeah. So we're relatively happy. But it was leaked online. Someone found this pop up on the PlayStation Store, took a few screenshots, it disappeared.
Okay.
And so what they're doing is they're going to be having it so that you get a selection of games and you get to vote which ones that you get for free.
Yeah, so what that does is it's the exact same way it has been working, except the gamers think they're in control.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, so you get a choice of, and I'm assuming the way it's going to happen is this is going to be the big title is the one you're going to get for free, is when you're going to decide on it, and then you'll still get your smaller titles.
Still get your other ones on the side, yeah.
And apparently the ones that don't win, you'll be able to get a discount on.
Okay.
Yeah, Sony has since confirmed that this is the case. So
yeah, I like the idea. You know, at the end of the day, the most popular game is going to be the one that comes up for free.
Yeah.
So,
but
it's good for the masses.
This is the second case, though, of gaming going to the gamers for their opinion on things. Earlier this week, Capcom went on their Facebook page, of all things, and asking for opinions on whether or not they should release a rebuilt version of Resident Evil 2. Not just a HD re-release, but a HD remake of Resident Evil 2.
I'm keen for that.
I mean, it used to be hard. It used to be hard for companies to find out information. They'd have to have specialist groups put together that they would
focus groups.
Do focus groups and stuff like that. Now it's just Twitter or Facebook or whatever. Chuck a question out there and see what the people actually want.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that's good moving forward.
Yeah. So yeah, it is interesting. You didn't say?
No.
Oh.
Earlier we were talking about games coming out on particular platforms ahead of other ones.
Yep.
So like Xbox getting it first or PlayStation getting it first. Street Fighter 5.
Yes.
is going to launch globally on the same day.
That's cool.
Now, I don't know if that means that it's going to be available on all platforms at the same time, but it isn't going to be launching in North America today, in China next week, that sort of thing. So globally, they have announced that it will globally launch on the same day at the same time.
Okay, so we're not going to have this...
Oh, yes, it'll be like, just for an example, June 29th here, but it'll be June 28th over somewhere else because it'll be the same time.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Unless they are just going to stick with
One
June.
day.
Yeah.
You know,
so
July 29.
At this stage, it's not...
Wherever you live, that's going to be when it comes out.
Yeah, at this stage, Street Fighter's not even announced for any other console. It's only going to be out on PlayStation 4 or PC. That's it.
Yeah, I've heard this before.
Previously when that's happened, they've announced that it's going to come out on this and then come out on that later. But this one, no, it's only coming out on this. But in saying that, Street Fighter being Street Fighter and Capcom being Capcom, they'll release the initial version, and then you'll get Super EX Plus, Alpha, Special Edition, Turbo on the Xbox later.
Yeah, with P's.
Free games.
Free games. Xbox Live Gold members this month, August. Today's the 1st of August, isn't it?
Yes.
Happy August, everyone. And happy birthday to my nephew, Kelsey. He's 10 today. Over there in Australia.
Oh, happy birthday to my sister-in-law, Chrissy.
Oh, yeah, it's your birthday today.
Yeah. So shout out, Kels. Happy birthday, mate. Make sure Dad's downloading your free games on Xbox Live Gold for you, buddy. Xbox One today, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes.
You will have fun on this game.
It's a short game, but wonderful fun.
Yeah.
Get into that one. Lots of stealthing, sneaking.
Is
killing.
it?
Yeah. If you want to ask your friends on PlayStation what it's like, they got it for free last month.
A nice little rub in there.
Had to go there, Fred. So that's available for the month of August on Xbox One for free. From August 16 to September 15, you can also get How to Survive Storm Warning Edition. Don't ask me about that one.
Okay.
Then on Xbox 360 for the first half of August, from now till the 15th, we've got Metro 2033.
What is it?
It's a game on Xbox 360. Then from August 16 to August 31, there's Metro Last Light, which is the sequel to Metro 2033.
Okay.
So if you jump on the Google machine,
Yeah.
have a quick look at Metro 2033.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Go.
Oh, it's a survival horror, first-person shooter.
Oh, cool.
I remember reading about it, but I've
What's the
completely
first
forgotten.
person, though? I don't know
Holy
the first person
crap.
one.
It got a 9 out of 10 for
Oh.
Steam. Metacritic gave it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah,
And
it's a
GameSpot,
really
8 out of
highly
10.
rated game, which is why they're doing the one after the other.
Yeah.
It's actually a really big one. A lot of people looking forward to that.
I have to give it a go.
It's based on the novel Metro 2033.
Yes, because I read books.
You read
That doesn't
books
even
with
read
pictures.
instructions.
No.
I'll figure it out.
Put the cat in the box, wipe your ass on the instructions, and go.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was some class there from Fid McCawson. Mobile gaming.
Yes.
Angry Birds 2.
It's alright, I didn't have the free PlayStation games.
What, didn't we just talk about that before?
I thought we had them before. Didn't we talk about them
No,
before?
we haven't done them yet.
Okay,
Oh.
all right.
Go.
I'll do this quickly. On the PS4, Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris is going to be free.
Osiris.
Osiris, that's
When?
what I said.
When?
This is coming out in a couple of weeks' time. I should
Oh,
have
yeah.
actually found out the date, but
I thought we were doing the free games that are available.
yeah, free games.
Oh, okay, but it's not available?
It's available in August.
It'll
be next week.
Next week?
Yeah,
Okay.
this coming up week. Okay, Lara Croft, you're a dick. Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris.
Osiris. Okay, Fide.
Yep.
Fide McAwee. So
On PS3, God of War Ascension.
God of War.
Yeah, Ascension.
Ascension.
Yeah, for free on the PS3, not
Nice.
PS4.
Nice.
Boo.
Haven't we already got it on the PS4?
No, we've got God of War 3.
Ah.
Yeah. Stealth Inc. 2 is on all 3 of the PlayStation consoles, for the 5 and the Vita.
You said quickly.
This
4?
is quickly.
He said 4
If
and
you
5.
Stop interrupting me, I'll have this done quickly. Castle Storm Complete Edition, free on PS3 and the PS Vita. Sound Shapes on PS4, PS3 and PS Vita.
Do you know anyone with a Vita?
And this is
No.
the last one, which is I think is actually the big title this month, not the Lara Croft one, and it's Limbo, which is an amazing game.
You think that's going to do better than Lara Croft?
Yep.
I don't.
Wait until you've played it.
Doesn't stack
is-
up against Metal Gear Solid 5
But we got that last month.
or the 2 Metro games coming out on
No,
Xbox
you have to play
360.
Limbo. Limbo's been huge on every console, every platform it's ever been released on. It's an amazingly beautiful indie game.
Yeah, and you get to listen to some reggae music or something, don't you? Or some sort of Jamaican music when you're doing the Limbo.
Something
Wow,
like
it got a 10 out of 10.
that. Limbo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
By who?
Steam.
Steam. That's all right.
yeah, it's an amazing game. You have to try it.
Yeah, no, I was saying before I had some terrible Steam download speeds. I've got 100 meg download speed through 2 degrees broadband, and I was getting download speeds for updates to Steam games of like 5 and 6 kilobits.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah,
I had been getting the same issues.
Wow.
it's terrible. And I found that even with updating to Windows 10 and everything, it hadn't done anything with the drivers for my networking
Yeah.
side of things. I updated those, and boom, it started downloading. I was getting up to 10 meg download speeds.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's a handy hint out there. Mobile gaming. Angry Birds 2.
Yay.
for those of you who aren't familiar with Angry Birds, you're not listening to this anyway. The original Angry Birds came out in 2009, had plenty of spin-off games with 3 billion downloads, according to Rovio, the company that made the game. Angry Birds 2 has just come out, and it passed 1 million downloads in just 12 hours after release on iOS and Android.
I'm not surprised. That was
That's insane.
that game. The original one was ridiculously addictive.
Yeah.
Now they've changed the format a little bit. Instead of buying the game is now free with in-game purchases. Annoy your friends on Facebook for extra lives. They've got new levels, new spells.
Spells? That was.
I'm not sure what that means, unless it's what the little birds do. You know how the different birds had different things they could do.
Possibly.
There's now extra stuff.
Since then, because the last one I played was the Star Wars version.
Yeah,
that
so
was a
there's
good version.
there's a lot more bits and pieces going on, and you can use real money now instead of.
What did you use money for?
Well, you got to buy all the stuff to buy extra birds,
Freemium.
extra lives. So before, you'd run out of birds and you'd play the level again.
Yeah.
Now you can go, bugger starting again. Here's my credit card details. I'm going to keep firing birds at those little piggies until I win or until I run out of money.
Yeah. So with these freemium games, it's not about your skill. It's about how much money you've got on your credit card.
Yeah. So it's going to be another one of those games where I will refuse to pay for anything and I'll have to play for 10 minutes and then go, damn it, now I have to wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
I reckon another
I'm going to
try.
assume you're like me. Like, I refuse to pay for anything on these games, but I also refuse to annoy my friends on Facebook and invite them.
Same. I do not do. I've gotten all the way through Peggle to level 208, which is all there are at this point. And I've gone back and I'm replaying levels, but I've got all that way without a single friend annoyance.
Now, this is a message to everybody else who plays these games. You too can be just like Matt, and it's more of an achievement, I think.
It is. It's so much.
You've managed to do
more
this without
satisfying.
spamming your friends.
You can
And
sit
you
there.
get to keep all your friends at the same time.
All I do to get extra turns and extra balls and stuff like that is watch the ad.
Well,
Yeah, you can watch an ad
Life hack.
and get an extra turn. You don't have to go and bug your friends.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a life hack for those who are getting annoyed by those game requests. Simple little hack. On the side when that request comes up, it'll go hide or block.
there is actually a feature inside the menu now where you can actually turn off all game requests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dig a bit deeper into your menu.
If you go to settings,
If you need help, tweet us at #RadioNZ. Check out all our guff online, #me.co.nz, and download the podcast.
Yeah, it's us.
See you.
Tatite.
#me.co.nz.
For more episodes of this community access radio show, please visit freefm.org.nz.
Thanks to New Zealand On Air for making this podcast possible through funding the Access Internet Radio project.